Welcome back to the Talk Tonight. We're joined tonight by Onondaga County Executive Joni Mahoney in her first television interview since the governor's budget address. We appreciate her being here tonight. And boy, there was a lot of meetings you've been involved with.
Yes.
And you kept them fairly secret and private for quite a while before the story finally started to develop a little bit. Why do you think that was important that you had these private meetings to try to get this agenda going with this possibility of an arena?
Well, it's interesting now to watch it all unfold because there wasn't really a secret plan. It was just a matter of Syracuse University talking about the prospects of a new arena. The county said there's no way that we can justify public money up on campus, but if there's a plan to bring the students, as Chancellor Cantor has done, bring them into the community, then there's a possibility that there's economic development spinoff. So we started sitting down last June. The county's not in a position to take on a project like that, but when the state said that they were willing to partner with us on an economic development project, it was really the folks that were bringing the resources to the table that we're talking. Syracuse University, a private developer, a private operator, the state and the county. And when we put a financial package together, which is all that feasibility study is. I mean, there's no renderings or site plans. When we brought that financial plan to the city, for whatever reason, the city didn't want to do it, the mayor didn't want to do it, and that was really the end of the conversation. I think that word had gotten out, and so it started to be talked about a week or so after it was over, and that's when the mayor sent the questions to Syracuse University and the conversation kind of started back up again. But January 3rd, when I talked to the mayor for the final time and she said that this isn't a project that she supported, and I want to be clear, Mayor Minor is the mayor, and she's a good friend, and she's been a great partner for me, and she's been elected mayor, and it's up to her to set the priorities for the city. I fully respect that, and we just moved on. But you know, these things really take on a life of their own when when they come out dribs and drabs.
Yeah.
And really, in hindsight, I would have been happy to brief people, but we didn't have a deal.
Was she right to be skeptical? Was she right to have these unanswered questions that she was trying to get answered? Or did Syracuse and this area, really Onondaga County, lose out on what could have been a big project for us?
I was in favor of the project. It was a whole neighborhood. The governor said that any public money that came from the state had to leverage private dollars. So this is a whole new neighborhood with 1 million square feet of commercial development, restaurants and apartments in addition to the stadium. I was in favor of it. But I'll just tell you one thing that's really resonated with people is right now we have this Onondaga Lake project that we're going to launch. And I'm very optimistic and I think it's going to be a great project. But if every single thing goes wrong and the worst case scenario happens, then I don't get the money from the state and we don't have the project. So I really wanted to go forward with the stadium and have the opportunity. I didn't want sort of that worst case scenario right out of the gate, but I think there'll be an opportunity to come back. The money the county was directing to the stadium, though, we are pledging to the Lake project to partner with the state. So we'll have to go back to the drawing board, but just so you know, it's new resources with the casino referendum passing. Onondaga County, starting January 1st of this year, gets $2.5 million annually from the Turning Stone, and that's the money we were pledging. We thought it was a great fit for the stadium, but this tourism component of the Lake project, I think, is a good fit.
Just to finish up the stadium issue, the new chancellor was not on board yet with this either. He said he still wanted to look at options. Is that accurate?
Well, I had the opportunity to talk to the new chancellor. I think right now everybody's trying to tread lightly, but I felt very confident that all of the financial players, including the state and Syracuse University and the county, we were all in a place where we were comfortable going to the mayor to pitch this. I know the chancellor tried to pitch. The consultant that SU hired had an opportunity to brief the mayor. I briefed the mayor. It really, I think right now, everybody's just trying to be careful that we don't portray the mayor unfairly. For whatever reason she has, she can say that this isn't a priority, and I think that's what it came down to. But the questions that she sent to Syracuse University, those questions were sent about a week after the deal was over. So I think that's sort of phase two if she's trying to do those kinds of things right now. But to get it in the state budget, we were under a bit of a time crunch.
All right.
And it's done for now, and then one day maybe we can go back to it. Is that
That's my guess.
Say? Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. We're going to continue our conversation with the county executive and talk a little bit more about that lake project, what's in store for the region when we come back.